Oh, I'm getting a close-up. See if we can catch the rainbow. See the rainbow?
Yeah.
Cool. It's like there's like a line across the sun. You see that?
Oh yeah, you see all the light and
So
energy coming down.
I wonder, yeah, I wonder if it's going to drop below it. It should drop below it.
Yeah, it should drop below.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, that's not Morgan.
It's his new girlfriend.
You're funny. It's Kumara.
Hello, everybody.
It's Kumara Ford. She's our friend.
We're at Daughter of the Moon Beach.
Daughter of the Moon Beach. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Daughter of the Moon Beach.
Yes.
There's Amira Beth, as you were just talking about her.
Oh.
And Morgan has her shirt on.
Yeah.
Morgan's way down there. Way, way down there.
Amira Beth, the soul sister.
Yeah. Yeah, you were on Kauai long before Amira Beth was there. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I can't, probably 2004, 2005.
2004, 2005.
Thinking.
And what were you doing?
Well,
Were you doing grid work?
I was swimming with the wild dolphins, doing grid work, going to the volcano, merging with the volcano.
What was that like?
Oh, that was wonderful.
Did you have any soulgasms?
Well, I told you that story. It's kind of, I don't know if it's for prime time.
What is it? Tell the story.
Well, it was the story about the blood and the eruptions of the volcano.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's pretty significant.
Yeah, the connection with the island and with Pele. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could tell that story.
You think I could?
Yep.
Do you think they want to know?
Yeah, I think there's
Okay.
some. Okay.
So, I was living up in the mountains in North Carolina, and I got slammed into menopause, and I was bleeding continuously for a year, large amounts of blood. And I was guided, my husband built me a medicine wheel there, and I used to do ceremonies at my medicine wheel. And I was guided to start doing blood ceremonies. So I saved this blood and used to do ceremonies where I would pour the blood into the earth, and I would say prayers for women all over the world to be released from pain and trauma, from childbirth and from any type of negative sexual experience. And so that's what I was guided to do. And Pele had been erupting continuously for about 2 or 3 years. And the day that I went up, Pele stopped erupting, and my bleeding stopped after a year. Same day.
So did you merge? Is that when you merged with the volcano?
Pretty much.
Wow. Trippy.
And of course I'm doing the sound work, I'm doing different things.
What is sound work?
It's where...
Because you've mentioned that like 2 or 3 times. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I want to get the sunset behind you.
Back. Okay.
That was good where you were.
All right, I'll go back.
So we're gonna do, what do you call it? Sound.
The sound work.
Sound work.
Healing. So if anybody is listening to us, I want you just to kind of center yourself, take a couple of deep breaths. And this is the new moon right now. So ask for any intention that you might have or any type of healing. And I'm going to bring through a little energy.
That was pretty cool. How did you start doing that?
87, right after, or 88, after harmonic convergence. I lived on the lake and used to celebrate the full moons and go out and started doing all these.
But how did were you guided to do them, or you just started doing them?
It was spontaneous, and then I saw these Tibetan monks on TV a few weeks later, and I said, "Those monks, they're stealing my stuff."
So they were doing the same thing?
Yeah. I got a connection over in Tibet.
Wow. That was cool.
Yeah.
So you just started doing it.
And yeah, and it comes through as Native American, it comes through as Sanskrit, it comes through as Atlantean, and just basically for healing and for spreading the love.
What do you know about Atlantean? What do you know about the Atlantean timeline, if anything, like on a personal level or collective level, that you've received?
I think
directly, not through a book?
I think that a lot of us were there. A lot of us in Atlanta and Lemuria, and I think there's a lot of trauma that we've stored from those time frames, because a lot of us were still on mission back then, and so there's a sense of failure, unworthiness, deep sadness, deep fear, and I think that we're collectively shifting that energy now.
Can you tell if somebody had an Atlantean lifetime? Like me? Like me?
Usually it's somebody that has a connection to the water, and for me, I love the ocean, and I can remember swimming in the ocean and having like gills on my face.
Wow.
So I could do both. I was like, well, probably like a Mirabeth, I'm thinking.
Amphibian.
Yeah, basically amphibian. So, but I almost died in the ocean. But I'm still not afraid. I love it. I'm still not afraid of it. But I did have an experience back years ago in '94, where I was living on Mobile Bay at the time, there again, and clearing some Atlantean stuff, and I got a real pain in my left eye, and I snapped back into an Atlantean time where they were actually trying to suck out my DNA through my eyes. And I probably would have gone pretty crazy if my husband hadn't been there to shift the energy and help me get over the pain.
Who was they?
Some not so nice people during the Atlantean time frame that were trying to use people that they considered to have special powers or more advanced powers. They wanted their DNA.
Oh, this is Kumara Ford. Kumaraford. Somebody asked. She's a very dear sister. And we met about 1 year ago. About 1 year and 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true.
She's the one that told Morgan and I that we need to talk about sacred sexuality.
I'm the instigator.
Yeah. So you have Atlantean memories. Do you have Lemurian memories?
Yeah, and those are some of the the most fun, because we used to have so much fun because we could merge with anything. We could merge with plants and flowers, and simultaneously do a lot of things, and we could heal, and we could create anything we wanted to, and we were very innocent beings. We didn't have guile, we didn't have meanness, because we loved everything. So
that was Lemuria?
Yeah.
Lemuria came before Atlantis?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
I know.
I mean, we talk about it in time frames, but it's not really.
No, I get that.
So that's kind of what's kept me going, is wanting to be able to have those Lemurian powers back again.
The merging?
Yeah.
Well,
And the simultaneously being able to heal and manifest and bilocate and teleport and all those things we're going to do.
yeah. Well, we can do them now.
Yeah.
They feel a strong resonance with you.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Good.
Candace Cohen,
Good.
Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
Melissa Dehan, Ireland.
I'm
Maria-
Irish.
Oh, you're Irish.
I'm Irish and Scot and
do you-
Cherokee.
Do you have any like Avalon or Camelot memories? Like
Rob
what?
was there.
Yeah, I know Rob was there. I guarantee.
Morgan was there.
Oh, I know she was there.
You were there.
You-
I was there.
You saw me there?
Yeah. You were
What-
being a badass self.
A what? A badass. I don't want to be a badass anymore. I'm tired of getting my ass in bad situations.
Well, you don't have to.
I know. I'm kidding. I wouldn't trade anything for anything.
Makes us who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you think is going to happen in 2020?
I think that we have the opportunity, and finally the grids of the earth and the consciousness is raising so that we can really come out, that we can really be ourselves, and that people who are ready to be their highest self and merge with more love. And they've been having me practice walking this beach to just be, without being in my head, without thinking, without judging, without criticizing. And man, we still got a lot of stuff. But like I told you, this is the prelude for us becoming telepathic as a family. We have to do this clearing because we can't take it.
Which consists of what? Shadow work?
Well, I'm kind of tired of shadow work, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But just calling in our best selves, calling in the love, calling in the sweetness, the gentleness, the kindness, the honesty, the alignment, the heart, unity consciousness. We're going to unity consciousness. So it's like you can make yourself available and be part of it, or you can go through some more shit. It's like personal choice, for sure. I want to have fun.
Yeah. Oh, I had another one.
Okay.
I forgot what it was. Yeah, the sun's not going to show us.
Oh, boo.
So, okay, we were talking about 2020.
Yeah. They have told me to.
No, that's what I was going to say.
To dream big.
Who's they? For you, who's they?
Okay. So
Is it like
this is like some few councils I'm with, Arturian, Elohim, but it's also what happened a few weeks ago was my higher self coming in.
That's what happened to me.
It's like our higher selves coming in, so that I chased away the Elohim, I chased away some of the councils for a few months, so I could just be with me.
Do you see them with your physical eyes, or is it all third eye or audible?
It's third eye and telepathic,
Okay.
basically. But they've been letting me travel to different places, and I've been on a couple of...
Like where?
Well, Arcturus, have that strong Venus connection with the Kumaras. I'm one of the Kumaras, so that. But I've also been interdimensionally, I've been sent to Africa and some Syria and different places where I've done rescue missions, getting women and children out of slave conditions.
In the 3D realm?
No.
Okay. So in the interdimensional realm, but it's still the...
I travel the interdimensional, but I pull them out of 3D.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So you're doing the work in the etheric.
Yes.
And it's having an effect in the physical.
Yeah, because I'm a strong, I've worked in many goddess temples, and so women and children are very important to me.
Okay, so we had, so now you said that 3 weeks ago or whatever, your higher self came in,
Yeah.
and the others left.
Well, I had kind
The council's left.
I had kind of asked them to actually stay away
Yeah.
because you can get so caught up in sometimes, off-planet beings or councils
Yeah.
that you can become a little
How
not so grounded.
how important is it, or is it not important for us to reacquaint ourselves with the physical senses, taste, touch, seeing, hearing, feeling as a human? I mean, is that an important part of what we're doing? Does it matter anymore?
I think it does, because I think that we need to, as we're like bringing in higher aspects of ourselves, we need to have really a strong body and a strong connection to the earth. So also, when I walk this beach, usually I'm barefoot. I'm not today, it's a little chilly. But not only am I grounding into the earth, but I am saying prayers, and I'm giving my love and sending love all over the world and into the grids and into the earth. And our higher dimensional earth is Tara. It's not Gaia, and I say Gaia because it's an A. So Tara is actually our higher dimensional earth that we were part of before the fall, before the separation.
What is the most incredible experience you've ever had?
Oh my God.
Well, give me one or two.
Okay. Well, probably first was when I was taking yoga teacher training at a female ashram in LA years ago, and I met Swami Satchidananda, who gave me darshan and who gave me Shaktipat.
Gave you what?
Shaktipat. It's like a blessing
Okay,
where
so, okay.
they touch your third eye and everything lights up.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that
So
like?
what I realized is that this person, this physical being, carried so much love and light that being in his presence, I was either like laughing like a maniac or crying. And it was just releasing. It was releasing emotional stuff. But the other big thing I think was going to Palenque for the harmonic convergence, and all seeing.
So in 1987, you were already aware.
Oh yeah.
Were you already aware of ascension?
Yeah.
The ascension timeline, and
I don't know that I was calling it ascension, but I knew that I was here as part of a collective.
how long ago? How old were you when you knew that? When you first knew that?
Well, I was always really connected and kind of wild as a kid, but then I had a near-death experience in the ocean when I was 14 out in California. So I saw the whole meaning of life at 14, which was kind of
Is that when
intense.
you understood that there was a team that was, what are we doing? Facilitating the initial stages of ascension? Is that when you knew that?
I didn't know that there was a name for it, but then 2 years after that experience, I had a full out-of-body experience going to school one day, where I went into a higher dimension and met my family, and they were all very large light beings.
They were your family?
Yeah.
Like in soul family or monad or what? How would you?
I'm not sure. They just felt like family, and they were giving me information telepathically. And I thought, oh boy, I found it. Yay, I left the earth. And they said, no, you have to go back. So it's like I've been given these different experiences to let me know that there's more things going on here than most people are aware of.
Has your intel changed on a personal level since your higher self stepped in 3 weeks ago or so? Full time? Because I know it's been in and out, but I mean.
I can reach a state like through meditation and through being still and like being on this beach, walking the beach, and where there's just almost like no thought, no. It's almost like being empty.
Yeah.
But it's like being the container.
Yeah.
For empty, but in the emptiness is all.
Does it sound like you're talking to yourself?
When I'm
well, like when you're walking in that emptiness, does it sound like whatever you hear is yourself talking to yourself? Because that's kind of what I've been feeling.
At that point, at the emptiness, I don't even hear a lot.
You don't hear nothing.
I hear some, but it's like they're kind of training me to come back to being very still, very focused, and yet very grounded, and yet crown all the chakras aligned and functioning.
What's your, on a personal level, what's your biggest challenge?
I am not well known in many planets and dimensions as being a patient person. There's a time lag on the earth, and I've had real problems with the time lag because
when it comes to manifestation,
I see the future. I see usually 15, 20 years ahead. Yeah. And it seems like it's going to come really fast, and then it takes 15 or 20 years.
Yeah. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
Because we get a download and we think, oh my God, it's going to happen right away. And it doesn't happen right away.
But everything is speeding up.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that, so you think that, you feel that things are speeding up between the point of the epiphany or revelation or activation or download and when it actually occurs on the timeline?
And just as you're even asking me these questions, I'm getting full body rushes. Because it's like everything that's going on with the sun and with, it's like basically the old grid is being, basically has been dismantled, and what we're witnessing is like the last hurrah. And because there's a lot of who've been working on activating a new grid system, like all the traveling to Egypt and Peru, every place, Hawaii, every place I went, swimming with the dolphins, singing with the dolphins, activating. Oh, and super important for people to go barefoot as much as possible.
That's good.
We receive information through the soles of our feet. And if there's certain places on the world where you feel comfortable, where you go, like Sedona or Hawaii or Mount Shasta, I love Mount Shasta. Some of us who have been there have left what I call energy balls, energy packets of information, and you retrieve them through the soles of your feet.
Do you think we'll have physical contact with Inner Earth family?
I already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they're showing up. They're coming to the surface and they want to mingle with us. I have a strong connection in Telos with Adama, and I like to go into caves and out in the woods and out in the jungles. So I'm getting that things are really going to speed up and really intensify, and that the people who are opening their hearts and who want to be a part of this whole experience are going to be gifted with some amazing experiences.
Wow.
Yeah, it's coming.
Do you think that we're going to see more and more people transitioning?
I do. I'm already seeing it. But the thing is there's no such thing as death.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of like, yeah. But do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been an uptick, but I mean, do you think it's going to become like a really noticeable thing?
I think it will be. I think there's certain groups of people who've had soul contracts to be here just for so long, and I think that people who don't have certain DNA or whatever, it's hard for them to be here during all these changes, so they'll check out for a while and then come back in a baby body relatively soon, but that baby will be fully conscious. That baby will be a master and start teaching the family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trippy, man.
So it's gonna be fun.
What else?
I don't know.
Perfect. Well, okay. Kumara Ford.
Hey, family!
Kumaraford. That's it. And this is the only mechanism we have at the time. SoulSpeaks, or Soulogy, SoulSpeaks 5V. Is my phone because we're having problems.
And everybody, have fun. Do some fun stuff. I mean, don't take everything seriously, and if you find that you're getting too serious or too much pain, man, take a break. Go out to a park, go out to a tree, go out to a river, a lake, the ocean. Yeah.
Get naked.
Yeah, get naked.
Get naked and walk barefooted on the ocean.
Yes.
Thank you for your continued love and support, contributions. We need an extra, we don't usually ask, but we need an extra surge of energy so that we can get these technical difficulties worked out on the computer, on the bandwidth, on the website. We have a lot of people that want to come on the show, and we're just going to keep winging it until we can rectify that. So thank you, everyone.
Love everybody.
Peace out.